Thank you guys for joining me on the Every Ray Living channel. You already know it is your girl Rayette. Welcome. First and foremost, today is January 30th, 2021. And today is the day that I am going to announce the two winners for the soft giveaway. One for the podcast and the other for the YouTube channel. So I'm going to do that in just a second. But before I do that, I want to say thank you to everyone who participated. Whether you actively participated or not, thank you. Meaning if you just watched the video, but then you didn't participate like with asking a question or whatever, thank you anyways. If you sat on the sidelines and wasn't sure if you wanted to join or not because you may have known me, you didn't feel right about it, please don't let that be the reason that you don't join in the next one, because there is a next one that is coming. So stay tuned to the videos and the podcast to find out when, where, why, and how you can enter and get your name picked for a drawing. I promise they're not like trying to figure out brain surgery, because that's one of the reasons why I don't like doing giveaways and getting involved in stuff. Because one, I don't never win nothing. And two, they make it so complex that you're like, I already know I'm not going to win. I'm not going to join. Forget it. But don't do that, because again, it is fun and you never know, you will get picked. And I did have people that text me or call me and just felt uncomfortable because they said they knew me and they didn't feel right joining in and all that good stuff. And I specifically said on the video and on the podcast, you can join whether you're family or friends. It takes all of us to make things happen. So, and it's going to be done fair and square. So just because you're my friend doesn't mean I'm going to pick your name. And again, if that's the only person that's joining in, I'm sorry, that person probably is going to always get picked. But again, please join in on the next one, because like I said, I have so much fun doing stuff like this. But anyways, getting back to the winners, the first winner on the podcast is Nicole Hughes. Nicole asked me a question and I will answer it on the podcast. And her question was, what is my take on interracial relationships and dating in this day and age? So I will answer that from a personal perspective and just give my opinions on a couple things. So head on over to, just to name a few, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google Pods, Radio Republic, and Breaker. Or it might be Radio Public. I'm not sure. But either one of those, Every Ray Living will pop up, and that episode will be on there, and I will have her name on there answering her question, so you'll know exactly which one to click on. The next winner was for the YouTube channel, and her name is Shannon Russell. Yay! Thank you so much, Shannon, for your question. I'm happy to answer it the best that I can. Again, tailored to my own personal beliefs, and you've probably heard some of these things before too, but I'm just going to tell you again from my own personal standpoint. Shannon's question was, how do you stay focused on your goals, or how to stay focused on your goals? Shannon, like everyone else, we've probably heard this 1,000 times. Make sure you're not in your own way. And what that basically means, sometimes we, myself included, will get in our own way. We'll get stopped by our own insecurities, our own questions that aren't actually true. Am I smart enough? Am I tall enough? Am I skinny enough? Do I have enough money? Will they like me? Will they don't like me? Is my teeth straight enough? Is my nose too crooked? Is my eyes too crossed? Like all these things we spend a lot of time on before we get to our goals, trying to make sure, okay, is this right before I do it? And here's the reality. It may never be right, because there's nothing wrong. So you got to make sure you're not in your own way. You got to make sure you're not being stagnated by your own thoughts, because that is the first thing. That is the first person that will stop you. Now, in doing all that, there are practical things you got to put into place to make sure things happen. And what you have to do is set some goals, long-term, short-term goals, and, start working towards them. I mean, sometimes, we get caught up with all the things we want to do. For me, I always thought I should have been an actress. I always thought I should have been a singer. I always thought I should have just been doing something where I'm entertaining. Then at one point I wanted to be a lawyer, because my aunt used to say, I should, because as much as I talk and always like to argue and so on and so forth, I should have been. But we have all these things we want to do and be, and you can only get to one thing at a time. So write down, what it is you want to do and achieve and start working towards it. I don't know what order you want to put them in. I don't know what, you're trying to do or not trying to do, but it's always good to write down things. For example, I remember writing down a whole bunch of things I wanted to do. And one time I wrote down, I wanted to pay my car off earlier, but I felt like that was a much down the road goal, but I put it on there, and that actually became the goal that I accomplished first before the other ones that I thought was more, realistic to accomplish. So don't be afraid to write down everything you want to do, and just start working at it. Focus on that one, because you never know. God will open up the door for that other thing that you thought was so far removed from, your realm of belief that it could even happen. That will be the one thing that you'll knock off first. So my suggestion to you and to anyone is to make sure you're not in your own way. Make sure you're not the reason you're not moving forward. I had a question. She didn't submit it, but she asked me what was my favorite video to do or my favorite podcast to do. And this kind of goes in line with this question. My introduction, when I was talking about go in balance with boldness to birth what you're called to do. It took me so long to get to a certain point to do a video, to do this, to do that. But and I had all kind of good confirmations along the way. I had all kind of people telling me you can do it, and they believed in me and they wanted me to. But it didn't make any sense. It didn't care. It didn't matter how many people told me I can do it and I should do it, until I got out of my own way and just did it. Whether it was perfect, whether it was the way Susie Q did it or Billy Bob did it, you'll figure it out along the way. And when you do it, you'll feel that much more confident and comfortable to go to the next goal and to the next goal. The one thing I will tell you not to do, and everybody, and myself included, do not get caught up on who is with you at the beginning, who's with you in the middle, and who is with you at the end, because it's going to change. You're going to have people that start off down for the cause. They're more down and ready for you to do you better than you are, or more than you are. And then you're going to see them trickle off, because sometimes people got to wait and see how successful you become before they join the bandwagon. Some people are like, man, this ain't start off like I thought it was going to. I'm out. Some people will start seeing that, you're going to be doing great things, and they're going to decide, do I want to be with her or him or not along this journey? Because yes, there are haters in there, but don't get caught up on people being haters. A lot of people are just not comfortable with achieving their goals. So when they see you doing it, they kind of start feeling a certain way. And then you start feeling a certain way because they're feeling a certain way. You have to have tunnel vision. You cannot be consumed with what is on the right or the left. You have to just stay focused on your goals and surround yourself with positive people who really and truly want to see you do good, and they are rooting for you. You don't got to always hear them telling you every day, all day, hey, you're doing a good job. Hey, you're doing this. They're not always going to do that. They got their life and their goals and their dreams that they're trying to accomplish. You have to be your own cheerleader. I say that all the time. I've told my kids that. You have to root for you when no one else is rooting for you. Trying to follow your goals and your dreams and stand on that path is a one man, one woman show. You cannot be mad if 50 million people aren't cheering you along the way. Part of the growing process is making sure you understand if nobody is in your corner, you're in your corner. The Almighty is in your corner. And that is how you're going to get your dreams and goals accomplished. So without spending 30 minutes on here to tell you all that, that is my take. That is the reality. You really do have to get out of your own way and utilize all the resources around you to get to where you're trying to get to. And before you know it, you're going to be at your goal, and you're going to have another goal you got to accomplish and get to. And it's still going to take that same tenacity that it took you to get to the first goal and knock that out the way. So here we are. I have given you the names of the winners, Nicole Hughes and Shannon Russell. Your gifts will be coming to you soon. And for those of you who didn't participate, I encourage you to do so, because there's another giveaway coming and you don't want to miss out, because I like giving gifts, but I will put a disclaimer out there. I'm not Beyonce. So right now I would not be expecting any Louis Vuitton gear or anything like that, because your girl ain't, rocking and rolling like that. But they are nice gifts, and they're gifts that I buy for myself, or I would buy for myself, that I want to share with you guys. So enjoy your gifts. Thank you for participating. Until the next time, I'm going to see you later and be safe.